Hello, good evening, my friend. Tonight, I, I would like to talk about why I decided to change my environment. When I turned 40, I left the company. I'd worked at for 15 years and joined a new one. At my previous job, I led a small team and had earned a fair amount of trust. I had good relationships with clients and felt pretty fulfilled. Still, I started thinking about making a change. In Japan, the old idea of lifetime employment, where one stick with one company his whole life career, is fading. More and more people are switching jobs, like in the Western countries, but changing jobs in my 40s, especially without much management experience, takes guts. The first reason I decided to move on was that I felt limited in what I could do. After 15 years in the same organization, I could see the ceiling. I knew what I was good at and what didn't suit me. And I realized my range of responsibilities wasn't going to expand much more. It wasn't a huge company, so there weren't many new opportunities. I believe growth is up to the individual, but that limitation was a big factor. Joining a new company was like stepping into a whole new world. Everything was fresh. New coworkers, new company, new challenges, and lots of things I'd never done before. The second reason was about career options. At 40, you are seen as mid career or even better. In Japan, some people start gaining management experience around his 35. Of course, it depends on the company and the situation, but the earlier you start, the more doors open later on. Unfortunately, I was a late bloomer. I didn't see a path to speed up my progress in that organization, so I decided to leave. The third reason was the commute. 2 years ago, I was spending 2 hours each way getting to Tokyo. Every day, I walked to my near station, rode packed trains that stopped at countless stations, and ended up in the chaos of the city. There are lots of jobs in Tokyo, but the daily grind was exhausting. I'd get home at 9 or 10 p.m., only to wake up early 5 a.m. and do it all over again. Now I am living near my new workplace. My commute is just 10 minutes. Well, there were other reasons too, but honestly, I'm really glad I made the move. Before the switch, I had tons of worries. Would I fit in? Would I be accepted? But taking that leap gave me a fresh start, and now I feel truly fulfilled. If you are in a similar situation, maybe it's time to take the first step. You might be surprised at what's waiting for you. Thank you. See you next video. Bye bye.